Okay. Elam Rabbi, other Rabbi says, Save us and no shall be Rabban. So how are we making the safe different than the ratios? The safe is going for a school teacher of a Rebbe. Nash says, even though there's a voice coming from other people, he's not able to protest in the Seifa because it's a school it's a special rabbi dispensation. And we to know Mitakanis and Bishop and Gamla, the Elichan is from once it's kind of Bishop and Gamla and onward, there was this thing that you can't kick them out. The Omer of Yehuda says, Omerav, Barm Zochar so Yish the Tov, however, remember that person, man, for good. The Yeshua ben Gamla, Shmoy's name is Yeshua ben Gamla. Shamolihu, without him, Nishtafka Torah Misol, the Torah will be forgotten from Israel. Shabbatchilu Mishiyesh Lo Av Melam the Torah. Originally, someone had a father would teach him Torah. Mishein Lo Av Lo Lam Torah. One who didn't have a father for whatever reason would not learn Torah, would not be taught Torah. My Darsh, what did they darshan to do this? Well, the man at the most says should teach to them. Milmanatem Atem, and they read it as you should teach them you. So meaning only you, the father, should do it, and not other people. In Skinushim Mashivim Melam Ditanogas, they should they set up they should have rabbis be Yerushalayim and Yerushalayim. My Darsh, what do they darshan? Why do they do that? Kimitzion Tetzor, because from Tzion, from Yerushalayim, comes out Torah. That's still someone who had a father would bring him up and teach him. One who didn't have a father wouldn't go up and teach him. Instead of just have in every single province. No, every single I think it's every single country, right? Okay, let's see Rashi. Stay balanced with no Shabbos Rav. Yeah, we did that one. Mishum the Takanas Yishuv and Gamla. Echad min ha Kohanim Gadol is one of the Kohanim Gadolim. She'am the Beis Sheni, which done by Sheni, which in the second base of Megdash. Dam Yivamis says in Yivamis. Not into Mosam. Ha'av Atzmo mitzvah lama. The father himself is his mitzvah to teach. Plach country. Harbi Medinos with Plach Echad. There's many provinces in one country, in one Plach. I think it's a country. V'hu Lashon Africa, and that's a language of Africa. Okay. But then still, Mishi Yishlo Av Hayam Malu Malam, the one who's had a father to teach, bring him up. Mishain Lo Av Lo Hayam Ma'ol, that wouldn't go up. V'lomit and learn. His Kinushiu Moshivim B'chol Plach class, that should happen up in every single province. Malnisan also Ben Tes Tezayin, Ben Yudayin, to enter him in, and when he was 16 or 17. Mishai Rabukois, whoever had his Rebbe angry at him, Olav, Mavid Bo, he would kick Mavid, take off the Yod, Mavad Bo, Viata, he would kick him and he would leave. Rashi says, no, nothing. So meaning, anyone his time is anger, whenever his Rebbe would be angry with him, he would yell out and rebel and run away. Achaboy Vishub ben Gamla, until he came Vishub ben Gamla, Vatikan is set up. Shim Moshivan Malam these notice they should should be sitting down to Rebbe's or school children teachers, children Rebbe's. B'chol Medina in every single province, b'chol every year in every single city. Malchis Nosim command Sheish, command Seven, and you enter them in when they're 6 or 7, and then they won't rebel at that age, and you'll be able to get a good teaching. When they're 16 or 17, they already have their own personalities, and it's going to be very hard to teach them. Amalei Rav Shmuel Bar Shelas. Rav said to Rav Shmuel Bar Shelas, Ad Shis Lo Tiskav. Until 6 years old, the kid won't accept it. Mikan Ve'ela, from then and onwards, Kibo V'Hasvili Keturah, he will accept it. You should stuff him up like an ox. Rashi says, V'Achilel V'Shkiel Torah. You should feed him and drink him Torah. V'Chol Balkarch against his will, Kashor like an ox. Should nose him all al Torah. You put a yoke on his neck and you force him to eat. You put an hole on his neck and force him to eat. Normally, Rav Shmuel Bar Shelas, Rav says to Shmuel Shelas, Ki machas linuka, when you when you hit a kid, lo timchi el be arkasa, the master only hit with the only when you reproaching a kid, only reproach with a Rash says lo timchi el be arkasa the master, bertzua shel manon like the strap of a shoe, the shoelace sort of thing. Klomer makakala shall use like a very light hit that he won't be damaged. So they did support hitting, but like with a shoelace, maybe a leather little thing, but it's not going to really hurt. The kari, the one that reads, or learns, then the low kari lihavi tzavsa lechavri. The one who doesn't learn, he should be like company for his friends, and his friends eventually it'll work its way out. Rashi says lo lihavi tzavsa lechavri. Eno zaki liasu yos. You're not forced to rebuke him, hurt him more. Midyot more than necessary. Lo l'salko, and not to get rid of him. The fun of him. El yeshuvim my famous two with the other ones, but tzavsa in a group. Besofa l'seis levin, and then he's going to give heart and he'll think about it. Meisvei echom im neichotze, ask you a question. One of the people of Chotze, Shabikash Lasas Rofi, wants to become a doctor. Uman, he wants to become a doctor. Uman is a professional. Vigardi is a weaver. Rashi says, Uman is not a professional. Uzumaki is dumb. Rashi says, Rofi is a doctor. Mohel sounds like that's actually a mole. As a there's a mole for doing bris milah. Why it's called a rofe. Anyway, Vigardi, a weaver, Umalam is Nogus and teacher of kids. B'nei Fatzimak, the love of the people of Kotze can stop him from becoming that, because it's going to cause too much noise. How come so why are they allowed to do that? How come we can stop a Rebbe? How come Betinokus to Akum? We were talking about over here, we're talking little kids of Goyish little kids. That's what you're teaching. You're not teaching Jewish kids, you're not teaching Torah. Two people sitting in Torah, one of them wants classes rofe to become a rofe, Uman, the Gardi, Mulam Tinokus, Kavero, Makabalov, and one of them wants to be either a Mohel or a Makizam or a weaver or a teacher of kids. Let's rank him up, stop him. Hachalam Bitinokus, we were talking again, kids of Goyish kids. Not sure why this case was any harder to say. Tashma, another proof. Mishi Yeshlo Bayis, one has a house in the courtyard. Hashutvin, in the courtyard of partners. Harizalo Yaskirani. This person can't rent it out. Lola Rofik, Lola Oman can't rent out that house not to a Mohel, Lola Uman, not to a blood letter, Lola the guardian, not to a weaver, Lola the sofer, Yehudi, not to a Jewish sofer. Sounds like a Rebbe who teach Jewish kids. Lola Sofer Army, and not to a scribe or not to a Rebbe who is teaching Aramaic, meaning non-Jewish. So we see both. You can stop him from renting his house to bring in teachers, unlike you said that you could bring in teachers. Oh, sorry. How come I get him by Sofer Masi? Here what we're dealing with is a Sofer Masi, a scribe of the city. When Sofer Yehud didn't mean a Jewish Rebbe of children, it meant a scribe of the city. Amar Rava says, from the decree of Yeshua ben Gam and onward, lo mamtinan yanuka l'mimasa l'masa. You're not allowed to we don't bring a little kid from one city to the next. Avol bekanishta, but from one shul to the next shul, mamtinan, then you would bring them. Being mafsik nar, if there's a river blocking them, lo mamtinan, then you couldn't even go from one shul to the next, because the kid could get damaged, get hurt. If there's a bridge, mamtinan, then you could bring from one shul to the next. If there's a lo mamtina, then you don't bring. Is buch, sorry, the short board. Meaning it's not like a a real bridge is a short board, then you can't do it. Rashi, let's see all these Rashis. Just Uman is a mak is down. Ma'akvin love they can stop him. Mipnei marbel galeim kol because it's increasing upon them the voice, a lot of noise. If not of yotzim, people coming in and leaving. The sofer Yehudi to a Jewish sofer malami tinokas. It seems to be a teacher of children. The sofer master. This is talking about here. We're talking sofer master malami tinokas a year. So I got it wrong. It's not the scribe of the city. It means the rebbe of the city. Umoshiv. So it's for the whole city. Umoshiv malamdim tachtav, and they put under teachers under him. Who Moram, and he teaches them as kulam all the teachers. If he asks of Yesham Kol Gadol, what they should do, and then there's such a great voice so that they could stop. But a regular teacher, so meaning it's not just a single person; it's a whole group. It's not just one teacher; it's a teacher above teachers. I got it wrong. It's not a scribe. The Kunitz Yeshua ben Gamla from past to Yeshua ben Gamla onwards. Sheyeshvu Malami Tinokas B'Choliyada. You should set up a teacher in all cities. Lomam Tinan Yanuka Masamavim. So you can't bring a kid from one city to the next. Lomam Miyom Eliyom, to learn from day to day. Shema Yuzak V'Derachel, maybe he'll be damaged in the roads. Shasatan Nekatrik B'Shasas Kana, because the Satan was like he fights or whatever. Yeah. And it's b'shas is a times zakana, he complains then, or it causes problems to happen then. Shanam, as the pasuk says, Penyakrin, also maybe lest it'll happen to him some sort of death. Meaning, I'm talking about Binyamin, because if he goes on a dangerous road, he could die, and the Satan has more power over him. El yuchul lechov b'nei Yosef, master is able to force the people of that city lahosh malam ditnokus to set up a person, a rabbi, and you don't go from one city to the next. Titura, a bridge. Gasher Rach was a wide bridge. V'chaver b'menachos, it's in a similar case, in a similar word in Menachos. Titura, the tefillin, the bridge of tefillin. Makom Moshavim is the place where they place them. Shadom l'gasher, because it's similar to the place they're sitting on, the bottom part. It's dom l'gasher, similar to a bridge. Gamla, Luach Hatzor is a short board. Okay. Vika Rama says the total for a one teacher. Rashi says minion tinokos haroim l'malamid achad. The number of teachers is fitting for one teacher. The number of kids fitting for one teacher. Esem Kamsha is 25. Yunuki, 25 little kids. Vika Kamshin, if there's 50, most student train, then you set up two teachers. V'ika Arbaim, if there's only 40. Makminan raised stuff that we set up a helper. Raised Shofli, Shemeim and Tinokas, he listens with the kids, Mepia Malamed from the mouth of the learner, the teacher, the Rebbe, V'chozer, and he goes back, Mashkiro B'fi Hatinokas, and teaches them, and it makes it fluent in the mouth of the kids. But also raised up the note to start in that the helper takes payment. Okay. Misailim and Masa, we help him, and they help him from the city, meaning he gets paid wages from the cities, they have to hire them, because we need a school teacher. Then the Rabba says, the Garis, this Rebbe, which learns a lot, but Ikad Achrina, the Garis, there's another one who learns even better. We don't get rid of the first one. Dilma Asa, surely maybe he's going to come to become lazy because the second guy's going to say, I'm just the best there is. There's no need to really try. I'm so good. I kicked out the other guy. I'm so good. Rav Dimir says, Kol Shekin the Garis face is for sure he's going to even be more Garis. The jealousy of scribes increases wisdom, meaning the Rabbanan, if they have more jealous people, they're like, oh my gosh, I just kicked out someone. The next guy who's smarter than me is going to take over. I better get really smart, or the next guy's coming and kicking me out. Rabba says, Hani Trey Mikvidai, Exodus Rashi, and and he helped him from the city, the Skorlo, to rent for him. Also, Reish took for him that's the helper. Dilmas, this Rishuli maybe is going to come to become lazy. Yispar Bidlibo is be haughty in his heart, or splendorous in his heart. She'in Krumos will be there's nobody like him. Yisrash will just become lazy when it's from the little kids. Below year, Shema is so cool and not going to be afraid maybe going to get rid of him. Kolshkin Kisha Hush Vinhu. When you make him chasr, yitin lev dios lama diafad. He couldn't get parts that he should learn good. Shadog mikinas chaver is going to be afraid of the jealousy of his friend. So cool that they'll get rid of him if they vaishenu because they'll embarrass him the big b'meir amongst the people of the city. So meaning from the people actually know. So the way that's working is because the people of the city will embarrass him because he kicked them out from it. He said I'm better than you, and they're gonna embarrass him. Like look, he's doing nothing. He's a loser. Even though he's so great, but he's doing nothing. So then he's going to really try. Wow. Well, Amber Rabba says, Hani Trey Mikri Daidaki, these two, those people that he kicked out are going to be like, they're going to be ready to embarrass him if he doesn't do a good job. It's interesting. Amber Rabba says, Hani Trey Mikri Daidaki, these two teachers, two rabbis, God Goris Lodayak, one still learns a lot, but wasn't Dayak exactly how to make sure the kid got it right. Rashi says the Goris Lodayak, Shalom and Havi learns a lot, but Lodayak Lima is not exacting with his learning, that's of the teaching of the kids. Shalo Yufash Yish Shas Shtab they shouldn't make a mistake. Mechad Daik Lagaris one is very exacting, doesn't learn as much. Most even on who the Garis Lodaik, we put that one that learns a lot is not so exacting. Shabesh the Mil Nafka that the mistake will automatically come out. There will be mistakes, but they'll come out. If Dimim in Ardami Rav Nir Nardah says Masvin Daik Lagaris, we set up that person who's exacting and doesn't learn so much. Shabesh the Kivin Dalal, a mistake once it comes in, it doesn't come out. It goes in as in. The Apostle says, V'sheshish Kandashem Yashiv Sham, the 6 months they stood there, Yoav, Kol Yisrael, Yoav, and all his officers, and all of Yisrael. Ad Greece, Kol Zakar, Be'adam, until they've killed all the males of Adam. He also made the David. Once he came in front of David, David said to him, my time of Adatachli, why did you do this? Why didn't Rashi says, Shalom, in the cables, you didn't kill the females, you just killed the males. Here's what he said to him. My time of Adatachli, why did you do this? Amalei said to him, as Zachar, Amalek, it says, you shall erase the males of Amalek, Zachar. Amalei Vahanan Zecher, but we call it Zecher. We read it as Zecher, not mentioning of Amalek, not just the males. Amalei Ana Zachar Akroyan. I was called Zachar when I was. That's how they read it to me as the males. So even when he got to be a great rabbi, he didn't get that mistake out of there. Also Shaila Rabbi. So David went to his rabbi. Amalei said to him, Hecher Kreisen. How do you read them? Amalei Zecher. Shakol. He says you read it as Zecher. Zachar says. So it depends how you read it right now. Either you may have the Rebbe make the mistake and say, there's no Nakudas here in this Gemara. So you have the Rebbe make the mistake and say Zachar, but I think Tosa says you read it as Zecher. The Rebbe just got it right, but he didn't make sure the kid got it right. So when he was a little kid, he thought Zecher, and it kind of heard Zachar, and he thought it was Zachar his whole life, and then he went around killing all the males and not killing the females. Shokas of Sir Lemikale, so David took out a sword to kill him. Am I? Why are you killing me? Amalei, the Ksiv, Aros, Malacha, Hashem Revere says, curse to someone who does the work of Hashem with trickery. Meaning you didn't do your job. You made it such a bad rabbi that this guy didn't know the halacha. Amalei, Shavkil, who God says, leave this person, leave me, the lake of Bar, that should save my curse. Meaning, why are you killing me? Okay, I'm cursed, but you're not going to kill me. Amalei, Ksiv, Aram, and it says at the end of that pasuk, that it's cursed to someone who holds back his sword from blood. So Rashi's Armanei Charbo, Sevedai Grahu, it's the end of this pasuk. Okay, Igidamri Katle, Igidamri Lo Katle. Some say he killed him, some say he didn't kill him. Romarava, Mikriyon Yukash Shasla, Tiv Mikri, someone who teaches kids, Shasla is Notea Karmo Lemachto, the one who teaches, one who plants the guy's vineyard for half the profit. Tavko, or a butcher. Umna, someone with a bloodletter. Sofer, one Masa. So Sofer Masa, we said before, was like the big rabbi guy. Kulin Kumusar Ba'omdim. Okay, no, this time Rashi's explaining what Sofer Masa is a Lavlo is described. The Rashi says Mak is dumb and Sofer Masa is described. Okay. Kul and Misar Be'amdim, all of them are like as if they're warned and standing. They're standing to be warned. The Rashi says, Damu. Shalo Yikalkul is they shouldn't make a mistake. All of them are as if they're warned not to make a mistake. Bim Kilpul and Misalik Lu, if they make a mistake, you get rid of them. Below Asrais without a warning. Apple Fish Shalo history above because of the Chainim they didn't warn them before. Make a mistake, you're out, you lose your job, get out of here. Then qual is the most of the general rule of the matter back to the Gemara. Kol stated the law, are there any loss which can't come back? No, sorry, but only till it's warned that they're standing and warned, meaning you know that you got it. If you make a mistake, you're out. Say the law, other. They go nail, for example, these people kit mission is nabla. Once they make it either they mess it up, defile it, make an avela, a behemoth, for example, making the behemoth nevela. O haragamakis, or you killed the meaning you didn't shepherd it, you made it nevela, or you killed the person who's letting bloodletting. Vasover cause of sefer Torah b'tos, or he makes the sefer Torah with a mistake. So all those things you can't fix them. So you know if you make a mistake, you're out. Amar Huna says, "Hi, Bar these people of this mabui, the Uki Recha, they set up a mill, yeah." So also Bar Mavah of the Chabri, and the people of his friends Mavui, but Kamuki Gabe, and he sets it by him, meaning he's putting up another mill. Dinu who the Ma'akibulite, the din is that he can stop the second guy from putting up. Damalek Osakadulay says to him, you're stopping my livelihood. You're competing with me, and I'm not gonna be able to live. Lim Messiah, Marfikim Mitzvah, Minister Sagam, let's say there's a proof to that idea that you can respect people of the other Mavui. No, sorry, people of the same Mavui. So in this Bar Mavo, to set up a Rephaim, and also Bar Mavo Chabri, his friends, the other people of the Mavui, same Mavui, and he's trying to put up another one, he can stop him. He's saying, you're stopping my life. Let's say it's livelihood. Let me say a proof to him. Rafika mitzvah is sort of a dog, distance from the traps of a fisherman, a dog, from the fish, Kamali reaches a dog. As much as the fullness of the running of one fish. The kama, and how far is that? Meaning you have to get your traps for the fish from the fish that you know is going to be trapped by this one guy. You have to get the full run of the fish, however far he normally runs. Kama, how much is that? Rabbi Huna says, ad pars. That's a full pars of the way you gotta go. Rashi says, the uke reife. Let's call the slower for to mill and for payment. Clicking is a dog, when a dog be distance trap of a fish from the fish. Size and also native the dog. A trapper put his eyes on a fish, he's ready to take that fish. He put until he recognized the hole. Marhugin shard side and the distance of the other fishermen, which is also from his trap, from their trap. Their traps. We should from there out because they a full run of the fish. You see, even though he hasn't really zofed, the first guy who just found the hole and put the food out. He hasn't come to his hand the fish. We distance him away from him. Because he says you're taking my livelihood. The Gemara says, Shani Dogum the Sierra, the fish are different because they give their Sierra. Rashi says no sin ayim. They give Masira means they give their eyes. But I bought some in their with their stare. Leos Regil in the Rutz the Mokum in order to be accustomed to go to the place Shiro Shamazonis they saw there Mizonos food. Hilkach Kivin Shehikar Bazat for therefore this since this guy saw this their hole, and also Mizonos betoch Mali rates and he put food within the midst of their running space, but Tuachu Shiok then he trusts that he's gonna capture them. The Havli command the month of the other day, it's as if it came to his hand. Nimsa Chavre Maziko comes out of his friend, it's gonna damage him. Avohako Misha Ba Etzli, but here the guy comes by me, Yavu Yavu Misha Ba Etzlocha Yavu, when it comes by you he'll come. And he isn't set already that he's coming to you. No, who says he's gonna come to you? Fish are gonna come to you. They just go for the food. Amalei Ravina the Rav. The Ravina said to Rav, V'lemer Ravuna Damak Rav Yehuda. Let's say that Ravuna, who says the people of the can stop him, is holding like Rav Yehuda. It's not as we have in this Mishnah. We're going to quote. And Yehuda says, Lo Yachala Kanvani Kolais. A shopkeeper can't set out like parched grains that goes in and nuts. The tinokas for little kids. Nation Margilan Lavo Etzlo, because they're going to custom them to come to him because they Rashi says Magilim Lavo Etzlo to come to him. Kishav was saying surely also when the fathers asked them El Shulchan also El Kamanim, we send them to the shops. Liknos Menachavani to acquire from the shops. He'll go to this guy because he gives out free stuff. The Chachamim allow it. Afilu Tamer, so meaning and the Chachamim do allow you to give out the stuff, and even though you're taking away the other guy's business. Afilu Tamer Rabban, even if you want to say it's the Rabban, you can still do it. Ad Kamala still say that in this case you can't set one guy can stop the person from putting up a second mill in the same mavli. Ad Kamala Lopliki Rabban, and here until now with the Rabban weren't argue allowed to review. The honor that Hasam, it's only over there. El the Amrle, except because he said he could say to him, I'm going to give out nuts. But you can give out shiuski. Rashi shekanim almonds. You give out your almonds. And I'll give out this, and then they'll come to whichever. I will to be here. Modi here. Even the Rabbanan agree. There's no reason why they'd pick me over you, and therefore you're just going to take half the stuff. Rashi says, Amid Techila, this one who put up first, the Hirgul Ishtakman are accustomed to get wages from that Bakat with such things. The Zebal Yeri, that's this one wants to come down by him, Lumen also into his business, into his craftsmanship, whatever. Omer Lo Pesach he says to him, you've stopped in my livelihood. I have a custom to get this right. Meisve, asking kind of question from Bryce also from those beside from the Chakabir. The person can make a shop by the shop of his friends. Marachat beside Marachat so Chakabir, and he can bring a bathhouse by the bathhouse of his friend. Many Yochalim close beyond are not able to protest against him. Nish Yochalim like is able to say to him, Ata also betel shalom, but Ani also betel shalom. You doing your stuff and I'll do mine. Not so we see that you're not able to stop him, unlike Rapuna. Tonight he hit the block because of Tanayim, the Tanya is willing to the price. The Kopim the name of Vos, as that. They force the people of the Mavai this one at this one. Shalom the Hoshib, the name not to sit by them. Ul Chayev Luborski, not a sower and not a tanner. Ul Melan Tinogus, not a Rebbe. Ul Elka Mivnei Bali Imanius, not one of the people of the craftsmanship. Ul Shkeno Eno Kofea, but to his neighbor he can't stop. And you can stop those people. A different moment. Let's see what Rashi says. Shlomo Hoshiv Abulach over here. So we did that one. Shalol lahoshiv b'nei Mukayim Borski, you shouldn't set up a sower or a tanner. Mimakamach from a different place. Nahasi Lobayas B'Mavi to rent for him a house in this place, in this Mavi. V'yishkam b'nei Osam Umanos, and there is people from that trade. You can't set up, can't rent a house to someone in this Mavi from someone else, from outside, in order, and there's people with that, and he's going to do this trade. There are other people in this Mavi that are already doing this trade. Mavi is that, yeah. Kulishkeno hadar Mavi Kmo, but someone who's a neighbor who's dwelling in the city, like in the Mavi, like, sorry, in the alleyway like him, or in the same street like him, then you can't, you can't stop him. He'll also want us to go into that trade. Okay, Rav Shimon Gamliel says, even his neighbor, you can stop him. He says, I'm the only one who's a miller here. You can't set up your own milling business. Amr Rav Huna says, Braid Rav Yeshua, the son of Rav Yeshua, Pshitli Bar Masa Bar Masa. Especially if you have one peaceful person of this city and another person of this city, you have a different city. Oh, sorry, Bar Masa person and a man of a different city. Montimak, if you're able to stop him, you can't come to my city and have the same amounts. If he's applicable to the tax, I mean he's paying taxes, the hach over here. Lomotimak, if you can't stop that person from coming. Barmavo and Barmavo, one person of the Mavi on a person of a different person of the Nafsh of the same Mav, of his own Mavi. Lomotimak, again he can't stop him because it can't stop you from coming into my Mavi because it's also your Mavi. And this is in the Rabbanan, where not like Rav Shimon says you could stop him. We're talking the Rabbanan. So if you have the same city, you can't stop him. Same different city, but he pays taxes, you can't stop him. Same mob, but you can't stop him. But Rav Huna asked the question, Braid Yeshua, the son of Rav Yeshua, Bar Mavoa, Alchrina. This person of one Mavai to another Mavai, according to Rabbanan, what's Allah, can you stop from coming into a different Mavai? It's a different Mavai, but this is your livelihood, and this Mavai is very close to that. The answer is taker. Amr Rav Yosef, Moder Rav Huna. Rav Yosef says, Moder Rav Huna, Rav Huna is Moder, who holds like Rav Shimon Gamliel, a Mikri Darniki by a Rebbe of school children, the Lomat Ma'akiv, that you can't stop him from competing with him. Amr Ma'akin is so for time of compromise. The Master said that the jealousy of rabbis increases wisdom. So therefore, you need competition in order to get more Torah coming. Rashi says, Mati Ma'akiv, because he's able to stop him. Asas kan imanis ulahavi kan, or actually, one before. Rav Shimon Gamliel Omer, Rav Huna, who the Omer of Rav Shimon Gamliel, Rav Huna is holding like Rav Shimon Gamliel. Matzah is able to stop Milahoshiv kan imanis umanusum from sending here their livelihood. Ulahavi kan limkorn to bring here to sell. Vafilu Rabbanan the Amri Lishkeinu Enokuf, even according to the Rabbanan who says if the neighbor, you can't force your neighbor, but you can force other people of other cities to come in here. You can't come in here and set up your business. I have a business. If Yishach Bukarga the Hachon, it's applicable to the taxes. If you're Shnosim Mas, Gogolosa, he pays the taxes of his for the head tax. The Moshe Lil to the rule of the city, as though it's this city. Kibar Masa, like a person of this city, is paying the same taxes. Who? Oh, he's like one of the people of this city. Ulomati Bar Masa La'akav, and the people of this city can't stop him from stopping. Putting in his work. Cool year, the whole thing. Upshituli is questioned to me, the bar mavoi, a bar mavoi, the nafsha, that one person of the mavoi, another person of the same mavoi, of his own mavoi, Lomot Mak is not able to stop him at the mavoi, stop the mavoi, Miliris Lamanusa from going into his livelihood. Kirabana, that means like Kirabana. Look Rafuna, not like Rafuna. who said you could stop, and he held like Rishon Gamliel. Miu, Iboili, however, I have a question to me. One person of this Mavi and then person of this Mavi. We have a different Mavi. I mean, one person of this Mavi and the other Mavi. My, me Matamaki, can he stop that person from going into that Ma'akib Aleha, Ben Amavizek, and this person of this Mavi stop him, although we're not. Mihavi Shkeno, is he like his neighbor? Ve'enu Koper, and he can't stop him. Well, Dilma Shkenu, Dam Rabban, or maybe it's because the neighbor of the Rabban said, the Barmavod of Mavi is a person of this Mavi, of the same Mavi coming. Abu Barmavod Achrina, but a different Mavi, Lav Shkenu, it's not his neighbor, and they never agreed that you can't stop it. Modern Huna agrees. Amr Lel, we said earlier, Barmavod Azuki Rechai, Refe. Ravuna was the one who held like Rishon Gamliel and says there's no Shkeinim dispensation. So when one person sets up a mill, you can't have your neighbor of the same Mavli set up a mill. The instinct of Rishon Gamliel, he holds like Rishon Gamliel. Moiduhu, he's agreed to Mekri Dainaki by a Rebbe. The Lord Matimak, the Barmavum, you can't stop a person of the same Mavli, Mulami Gamhu, from him also teaching to know his kids. Shemitochas, Litarbim, Nasim, because of this, they'll be careful with his work. Shiyar is them, they'll be afraid of each other. The Amr Mike and himself in time. B'chafaz Master said that the jealousy of rabbis causes increases wisdom. So even though normally you could stop other people from getting, even your neighbors, like Rishon Gamliel, according to Rehuna, you can't stop school teachers because it's going to increase wisdom and Torah.